right, congratulations on your draw today against a team we all felt you should have beaten, but you left it so late to get a fake penalty in order for you to get a draw.
Thank you. You might call it a fake penalty, but the VAR checked it and they found out it was penalty. If you watch the match, if you're not saying, maybe you're not being biased, you'll notice that the player used his ribs to block Madeke. So his rib tapped his leg. That was why he fell down.
The rib stabbed the leg.
Yes, when he slided, he was in process of sliding. His ribs tapped the leg of Madeke. That was why he fell. And the referee made the right call. VAR checked it and found out that it was a clear penalty. So I don't see the reason why you say it's a fake penalty.
All right, elaborate more on the game. Do you think that is a good football you played today?
Today, Arsenal didn't impress at all. They did not impress anybody. They were so reluctant in the game. I don't know if I would say they were just too confident of themselves or what. But Bayer Leverkusen took the game to them and they played very well. I give them kudos today. They played very well. Yeah, I was shocked when I was watching the game, and I was shocked, sincerely speaking, as an Arsenal fan. I never expected it. Initially, I thought at least it should just be a walkover for us, but the reverse was the case. They came out prepared and they played a very good football against Arsenal, and it was sheer luck that we were able to pick a draw. Ordinarily, we would have lost that match because after they scored that goal, you noticed they were able to hold the ball, they were shielding the ball, they weren't attacking fully. Each time they lose the ball, you see that they have like 5-6 players behind the ball. So it was even difficult for Arsenal to move. Our players, Bukayo Saka wasn't in the game today. He didn't play anything. It was even Madeke that came and helped the team because he started taking them on the run, running with them. That was why they were able to fall back. Ordinarily, they had a very stable defense from the first and the second half when Saka was there because he wasn't mounting pressure on the defenders. So they were so relaxed. They were so relaxed in that game. Very, very relaxed. And our attacker today, Gyökeres, was just losing the ball unnecessarily. That's just the truth. He wasn't holding up play. Because if he is able to hold up play, maybe other midfielders will join. But today he was just losing the ball unnecessarily. It was unlike them. That was the least I expected for them. But thank God we managed to pick a draw. The draw is also fair. Rather than losing, at least we picked a draw, and it's also a fair result for us.
All right, before we go into the tactical battle, Arsenal have a problem which was called out earlier. The strikers are not performing. It is the defenders that are carrying Arsenal. 40% of your goals comes from your defense. 40% of where you are now is the handwork of your defenders, not your strikers. Today, 5 of your front players were not performing. Do you think the real problem of Arsenal currently is the strike force?
I may say the strikers also have their issues. And beside that, the midfield is not helping them because if the midfield is being creative, producing those passes for them to score, definitely, even if they miss 7, if an attacker has 7 chances, he should be able to bear at least 2. If he has 7 clear-cut chances, you'll be able to bear at least 2. You will give him kudos for that. But this time around, the attackers, they don't find it easy with the ball. The reason is because the midfielders are not also doing what they are supposed to. Mostly the attacking midfielder was supposed to push the ball to the attackers to create space for them. They are not doing all those things, so they are finding it difficult currently. That's just the simple truth.
All right, aside from the Tottenham game where Arsenal had to dominate and create chances, it is difficult for Arteta to create chances in games whereby you tell your players and tactical chances. I don't mean individual chances. This game, it was founded that Arsenal could not create chances aside from looking for set plays in order to get a goal. And they could not even get a goal from it. They got a goal from set piece, actually. Penalty.
Penalty is not a set piece.
The set piece added to set piece.
No, it's not a set piece because the penalty came because the defender fouled him.
When you have a penalty and a corner kick, throwing ball, all added to set piece.
It's okay if you insist on that one.
Yeah.
But then today they played the attackers. Sincerely speaking, they never created any chances. The only chance I saw they created was that one that Martinelli shot first half that hit the bar. That was the only clear-cut chance I could say they created. Ordinarily, they didn't create any chance.
They are not doing more.
They are not doing more. They are just being so defensive this period. I don't know. They are just being so defensive. That's just the truth. They are too cautious at the back. And it's also limiting the players from going forward. They are too cautious. They need to open play. That's the open play.
Don't you think Arteta's system currently is too rigid? This is the time he has to open up in order to get these goals to push up. Because you can defend and can be rigid at the Premier League because you're holding on point. The Champions League is another ball game where you have to score more in order to outlast your opponents.
I think for today, ordinary other matches he has not been playing this way. But today I see him being too cautious. One, not to concede. It was his first idea is not to concede. So that was why you find out the players could not even push forward. They were so reluctant in going forward. They are always minding their back.
He ended up conceding.
And at the end, they ended up conceding. You notice after he conceded, that was when he made one or two changes that made them start coming out until that goal came. That's just the truth. Because initially his own, he was trying to be conservative, holding to the ball, making sure he doesn't concede. Maybe if he was able to get a goal that first half, he would have maybe defended that one goal. I think that was his plan. But unfortunately for him, the goal came against him, and they had no choice but to start coming. If you notice, after they scored, for some period they had to come out looking for the goal because they know they are down. They couldn't sit back again. They were just coming out to make sure they get that goal, and that was what I was expecting from him from the first half. Open the game, attack them, get your goal. If you're able to get one or two goals, you can decide to lock the defense. By then, you at least you're sure of your goal. You can lock the defense, but he didn't do that. Rather, he decided to lock the defense, asking them not to push forward too much, and they were just playing the ball. The game was so passive that you notice where they want to even make the pass. So there was no creativity today. There wasn't any creativity in the midfield today. They were just too rigid, sincerely speaking.
Congratulations, because I wanted to ask you about the likes of Eze not performing and Saka not performing, but that's for another day. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome.